Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ashland Planning Board meeting for July 28th, 2022. The meeting is obviously being held remotely, and it is being recorded. So on the agenda today, we do have two public hearings, one for 100 Chestnut Street, the other one for 501 Pond Street, and both of those public hearings will be discussed tonight. We have a few other items on the agenda and lots of little reports and things like that at the end. But the major component of the meeting tonight is those two public hearings. So the first one on the agenda is the continuation of the 100 Chestnut Street site plan review. Peter, can you give us a summary of where we are with this? I think we're continued from the end of June. Was that right?
That is correct. So the last time well, good evening, everybody. Town Planner Peter Matchek. So just to reintroduce the project, but on June 23rd was the last time that the planning board discussed this project, and at that point we talked about the site plan, the design, the architecture of the buildings, and the planning board at that point sent the plan off to be reviewed by our third-party engineer, GCG Associates. With that said, the applicant and the applicant's engineer have been working diligently, I must say, with our third-party review engineer. With that said, our third-party review engineer, GCG, has submitted two letters to the town of Ashland. One is dated, the first one is dated June 21st. And then there was a submittal and a response to the comments that were submitted by our third-party consultant. And this was submitted with the date of July 1st regarding the site plan and special permits of the residential apartments. This response was done by Civil Design Group, LLC. In addition, Baystone Development, here represented by Mr. Roy McDowell and his two sons. They submitted a letter to us responding to some of the comments. That letter was dated July 6th. And then also there was a memorandum from MDM Traffic Consultants concerning traffic reviews. With that said, civil plans were resubmitted along with a stormwater plan. And then that was again reviewed by our third-party engineer. And then all comments were summarized in a letter, which was circulated and dated July 21st. So at this point, having a conversation with our review engineer, most of, if not all of the civil and the engineering elements have been brought up to par. And they are on the same page as our town engineer. There's a couple outstanding items which I think can be discussed regarding parking and the stormwater detention basin, which was developed as a whole concerning the Village of America's development. With that said, I think tonight the planning board and the applicant should first have a review of the civil plans, and then we can get into a discussion of the two letters from GCG and all other elements that were resubmitted. I know I'm fairly long-winded